Well, first of all, I guess Merry Christmas. At least for us, we're done until after Christmas. And hey, I've been watching a lot of basketball over the last week, and a lot of strange things are going on. And you see some outstanding wins, some losses that are kind of like, wow, how is that? How are so many things happening? And the bottom line is you just have to go out there and play with energy and effort. And when those rough spots appear in those games, you just have to figure out a way to pick yourself up and fight through. And those are some of the things that we have been really addressing with this team. We've played hard in stretches. We played hard for most of the. I'm not mad at our effort. Execution sometimes is a little questionable, but we've been knocked down before and have stayed down. But tonight we got up, and I'm pleased with how we were able to get up and respond.
Obvious question Rob start with is what's Anthony Hill's situation?
Well, just as a coach, as a teacher, as a father, I'm just disappointed in some things, and together we're working through that. And the great thing about was how he was excited for the guys on the bench. I think that's a positive sign. So we're working through some things, and we'll get through that. And it was a step in the right direction for this entire team to have a senior handle some adversity and going through some adversity and just have a chance to still be engaged and really cheer his teammates on.
Do you anticipate it being a one-game situation?
We'll see. We'll see how it works through. I anticipate that we can, as we work through this, things and hopefully be better.
Are we talking a disciplinary thing?
Yeah, we were just trying to work through some things with Ant. That's what we're trying to work through. So we'll let that sort itself out. We'll figure this thing out. And nice things, we had a group of guys that picked him up, and he helped.
Just say, like you said, these other guys stepped it up.
They did. They did.
What do you think about the comeback when you got down 11?
It's one of those where, as a coach, as I watched this season play out to this point, and guys are working hard, but ball was still making out of bounds on us. We had a chance to pick up a rebound, just can't get there quick enough to it. And as I look around, and that's kind of how the season's just eluded us at some times. But we were down 11, and we've been there before, and the results have been different. But tonight, Tone made some big shots. We got some good defensive stops. We got some rebounds. We handled the adversity much better, and I was pleased, very pleased.
Tony, what were you thinking when you guys are down 11 there?
Well, like Coach said, times before we'd been down like that and hadn't responded the way that we know that we can. And I was just trying personally just to work hard and try and get us back in the game. And then when Tone hit some big shots, it really picked us up and really got us energized and whatnot to make that run.
How were you able to get to the foul line as much as you did? I know a couple were on the technical, but...
Just trying to be aggressive, and we knew that they were big and in the zone. When I was trying to get in the high post or in the low post a lot, and once you get down there, just being aggressive, going to the rim.
Tony, finding a rhythm on your shot there in the second half?
Yeah, it was nice. My teammates and coaches, never shook their head at me for all the threes I took and kept telling me to put it up there because we knew in the zone they were going to be looks. So it was nice to have a couple of them go in.
Yeah, all your shots were three-pointers. Is that just where you were getting them tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it all week, that's the way they're going to play, and you just got to be confident in yourself and get it up there. So I kind of planned on that's how the game was going to go, and that's the way it worked out.
You've been struggling a little bit with your shot?
Yeah, it's just one of those slumps that you can't seem to get out of, but got out of it tonight. So.
Okay. Rob, what did you think of Callum and Wolf and some of your big men that filled in there?
Yeah, they grew up tonight. There are times where Kyle he's a versatile big man, and he shoots the basketball, and he's younger. What he has to get better at is using his body, and he has a strong enough body to bang and hit, and he likes to be use a little more of his skill. And tonight we need him to be more of a physical presence, and he gave us that in stretches. Wolf was able to come in and give us just some minutes there and some effort. But Tony Meyer putting them down there at the 5, an undersized 5. But like I tell these guys, it's all about the toughness in the heart and what you really want to get determined and makes things happen. And when I look down at Tony's stat sheets for the last few weeks, I've noticed less threes and more shots inside of 3, but better production. And tonight with 20 points, only 2 3-pointers. That's not a typical stat sheet for Tony Meyer, at least from last year. But it shows progress. It shows maturity. And Wolf, Kyle Kelm, and Tony Meyer, those guys definitely grew up tonight.
25 threes, is that too many or is that okay tonight?
Against this team, I just told these guys we have to be aggressive. I mean, the way we've been shooting the basketball and the way we've been kind of second-guessing, just be aggressive. And we were just going to, because watching them on tape, Bowling Green, their defense is very, that 2-3, they're effective with it. And we were going to get looks. Those were the looks we were going to get, and so we were going to have to knock them down. Meaning we're going to get 3-point looks, so we're going to have to shoot those. So Tone kept shooting.
Points in the paint killing you there for a while when you guys were home?
It did. We made some adjustments there. We kept chasing on those curls and trying to get a little help. We got above them a few times, and then down the stretch there, last 4 minutes, we just start coming up the middle. And we just kind of changed it. We were just trying to get to that point where we just can make some adjustments down the stretch to where they really couldn't make a lot of adjustments. It's a chess match. And as we start cutting up the middle, threw off their rhythm a little bit. Late in the shot clock, we start switching on some of those ball screens, and it was just enough. I mean, you saw the last shot. One of the last shots, number 10 took. I thought it was a tough shot. It looked like it was going in. I'm saying that's kind of how the season's going, but we were between him and the basket, and it came up short.
How do you assess just where this team is now? It's non-conference is pretty much behind you as far as how it's progressed or not progressed. I don't know however you look at it.
I think, we all look at and we want more. And if you look at our schedule's been challenging. And we haven't had a chance to really have, a few games in there it's always been a mid-major opponent, then a BCS opponent. And so we've kind of been on a roller coaster there a little bit. We're 6 and 7 at this point. Of course, we'd like to have a few back. Every day in practice, we're getting a little bit better. There's no doubt about that. We're getting a little bit better. Tonight we played, as you mentioned, without Anthony Hill and pulled out a victory. We have work to do, but it's confidence. It's more about confidence and trust, I think, with this group more than anything else. If we can continue to figure out a way to win, that confidence and trust can develop, then we'll see how this team can reach their full potential. But it's hard to do that if you keep getting, you keep getting knocked down. So the confidence and trust is something that's huge for this team.
Tony, how do you guys feel going into the break now, where you are as a team?
Well, obviously this win tonight helps. Fighting back and whatnot. We see that we do have that fight in us that we've been looking for earlier in the year, and just excited to get back to work. We got a long break before our next game, so hopefully we can have some good practices, and then conference season rolls around. Hopefully we'll be ready.
Yeah, it was nice to get one and let us know that we do still have that fight and get a couple balls that bounce our way, because when things are going the way they are, it seems like none of them will, and it's nice to know they can, and that a lot of that's under our control, and so we can go into break now and try to get better.